Hi everyone, Fionnuala J here, just dropping by with a sneak peek at some exclusive content over on the Flop Culture Patreon. That's patreon.com/flopculture, where you will get an extra, at least 2 bonus episodes a month on all things flops, sometimes bops, and everything in between. Hope you enjoyed this little preview. You're very welcome back to Flop Culture bonus episode. Hope you're well. Hope you're well, patrons. Hope you're well, Apple Podcast subscribers, wherever you are in the world. I love you. You're very nice. I'm Fionnuala. Hope you're well. She's back, girls. Karla K.
Hi.
Putting the K in BookTok. Putting the KK in BookTok. Am I right?
Am I right, girls?
We said we'd do this episode last month, but you know what? Karla's busy. I was busy.
I was reading.
You're never not reading, girls.
Never not reading.
And so before we get into all the BookTok drama, let's talk about you and reading. Have you always been a big reader?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like when I was younger, when I was growing up, like my mum always said, you'd find me like with a book. And I always read, I think it's what's different about it now is I didn't realise like what I was reading when I was younger is what I'd be still reading when I'm older, but it was just like changed genres a little bit more and kind of understood a little bit more. So we'll talk about that. Yeah, I was a reader. I was a big reader. My aunt was a huge reader. My dad was a huge reader. We'd all share books. Like I was reading Terry Pratchett. Probably shouldn't have.
Probably not.
Probably not. Like my aunt like queued for the Harry Potter kind of gig. Like
I have a very specific memory of going to Tesco in Middleton for the last one.
Yeah, so
just literally just to get it.
So
unheard. There was no like. It wasn't like people. Well, maybe did people dress up, but I don't think they did. We certainly didn't.
It wasn't a premiere.
It was to buy a book at 12 o'clock.
Yeah, and
what a thrill!
And I'll never forget it because it was Goblet of Fire, and my aunt went. Bought the book at midnight, dropped it around. Yeah, absolute slay.
Yeah.
Hello, we wouldn't have Robert Pattinson in this world. Who, you know.
Harry, did you put your name in the Goblet of Fire?
Fire! But, so basically, she went, bought that at midnight, dropped it around to our house at 5 a.m. Like, read the whole thing, dropped it to our house at 5 a.m. Then me and Ray were like fighting over it. Hilarious. Like, so yeah, I have always been a reader. I did fall in and out of it a lot, but what I would always do is read on holiday.
Yeah.
Like consistently, I would be like a holiday reader. Like I wasn't like one of those people, like when I'd be at the beach or by the pool, I'd be reading. So always been into books. As I said, very like in, out. And then I got really, really back into books in end of 2021. And a lot of that was to do with TikTok. Sorry, a lot of my research was to do with TikTok. But I made a conscious effort. 2021 was genuinely one of the worst years of my life. And I had to get off my phone. I had to.
Yeah.
I was chronically online and not even in a, like, I wasn't even contributing anything. I felt like I just kind of like that was when lockdown was particularly hard. There was a lot of stuff going on. So yeah, end of 2021, I'd say, is when I really picked up reading again. And now it's like my little love.
I love it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I need to get back on the bandwagon. I'm off it again. How involved would you say you are now in BookTok, or how is it affecting your reading habits at all? Is it mainly for research? Do you find yourself contributing your own kind of views on books? Where do you stand on it? Yeah,
well, I kind of like, what I realised about when I was reading is I found it very hard to like find books like I liked.
Okay, what do you like generally?
I'm sci-fi and fantasy.
She's a sci-fi fantasy girl, of course.
And like my favourite thing is high fantasy would be like, so that's like, and we'll talk about tropes and we'll talk about like ways of identification of books and the SEO-ification of books and what's happened.
Interesting.
And what's kind of happened in the publishing world, because like everything has changed since 2021 is really when it started kicking off heavy. But I've learned a lot more about, I suppose, a lot about the publishing world and a lot about like how books are written. I love listening to reviews. It's like one of those things where I'm like, I'm so into it. So I found that I was reading kind of stuff, downloading stuff, read on my phone, the whole of 2021 and 2022, read on my phone, just turned on like Do Not Disturb and read on my phone. Got a Kindle end of 2022 and read all of my Kindle like last year. I had a Kindle when I was younger, had a Kindle, kind of got out of it. And then I loved the fact that like if I was in a waiting room, I could read on my phone, you know?
Yeah. Did you like what you hear? I hope you did. If you did, you can listen to the episode in full at patreon.com/flopculture. Other benefits to becoming a patron include getting the main episodes ad-free. We love that, girls. And you get them a little bit earlier than normal listeners too. So that's nice, isn't it? why don't you join today? Patreon.com/flop culture. I'll see you there.